The Children's Trust Fund was established in 1983 with the mission of preventing and safeguarding children from child abuse and neglect. Here with us today are Executive Director Emily Van Schenkhof and Board Chair Peggy Krokstrom. Welcome, Peggy and Emily. So glad you could be here today.
Thanks, Sarah.
So, fairly new to the position of Executive Director of Children's Trust Fund. So, are you excited about what's ahead for you and for the organization?
Absolutely. I've been in this role for just about 2 months, and I've loved every day of it. It is an incredible opportunity and privilege to be able to serve in this role. So much to learn, and the board and I and the staff are just very excited about engaging in strategic planning, taking a look at where we are right now, and then thinking about how we can maximize our impact over the next 5, 10, 15 years. We want to be the very best we can be. Our children deserve that. And so this is an amazing position to be in. I'm really grateful for the opportunity.
And you guys are serving the state of Missouri, children in the state of Missouri specifically, is that correct?
Yes, we are a statewide organization. We are the state's Child Abuse Prevention Foundation. So we serve kids here in St. Louis. We serve kids in Poplar Bluff. We serve kids in Fulton, Missouri. We serve kids in Trenton, Missouri. So every single child in the state of Missouri is who we hope to reach, all children and families in Missouri.
Very good. Peggy, you've been on the board of the Children's Trust Fund for about a decade, is that right?
Yep.
So what led you to do this kind of work?
So when you find out more about the Children's Trust Fund and how the trust fund supports the families and children of Missouri, you can't help but want to be involved. I found out about it through a friend, a sister-in-law who does some other work in Jefferson City, and told me about it, and I found out a board position was opened and started talking to them about it, and that's how that came about.
So on the board, what kinds of decisions are you involved with?
Best one's right here.
Picking Emily.
Yep, from a nationwide search that took a really long time, and we found her right next door, so that was really awesome.
Fantastic.
But the board's real responsibility is to provide guidance and support to the staff and to the mission of the trust fund, and just make sure that they are being responsible and forward-thinking with their responsibilities and the funding that the citizens of Missouri entrust in us. So I would say that's what we do.
Very good. So the organization's been around since 1983, is that right, Emily? Okay, so when you talk about staff, Peggy, what kind of staff do you have? Primarily, you guys you're giving out money, so to speak, grants and that kind of thing. So how do you operate from a staff perspective?
Well, we're a quasi-governmental organization, so we are a staff of 4. We're all state employees in the Office of Administration, but we have an independent 501c3 board. So we're a little bit of an interesting agency, but we are a nonprofit organization, but also a quasi-governmental agency with a strong an affiliation with the state of Missouri. So there's 4 staff, an executive director, a program coordinator, a public information coordinator, and our office manager. So we are a small staff that does a lot with the pretty limited kind of human resources, but we distribute close to $1.7 million a year, and we take our mission really seriously, and we have numerous public information campaigns. And so I do think for 4 staff, we do a tremendous amount of work, and the staff is all very seasoned. So I am very new, but the staff is really seasoned, and that has made my job much easier to kind of come into a really smooth sailing ship with people that really understood their roles. And they've been mentoring me and guiding me and supporting me, and in addition to the board. And so it's a really exciting time for Children's Trust Fund, but we have a lot of historical knowledge with our staff. And so even though there's a lot of change, there's also a lot of continuity.
Right. Okay, so over $1.5 million a year is funneled out into the organizations and throughout the state of Missouri. Where is that money coming from?
So we get funding from a variety of different sources. We get there's fees on every single marriage license that support the Children's Trust Fund, birth and death certificates. We have a checkoff box, and so when people fill out their income taxes, they can designate a portion of their tax return to the Children's Trust Fund. We get significant revenue from that. We have a license plate, a specialty license plate, where you donate $25, and then you get a license plate that has little green handprints on it. And there are thousands and thousands of Missouri that drive around on our roadways with those little handprints, and it's a $25 donation, but when you have thousands of people doing that, it generates significant revenue. So we do have a nice set of static revenue that comes in every year based upon these sources that we in turn promote and give out to the field.
Okay, Peggy, Emily mentioned the license plates. Where's the best place to get those?
When you go and renew your license plate,
You can get them right there. You
Yes.
don't have to send in or have them sent to you from Jeff
you
City.
can just ask them, I want the little green hands.
Perfect. All right, we're going to take a quick break, but don't go away. There's much more with the Children's Trust Fund after this break. Please stay with us for more STL Live.